Well, it looks like it's just going to be me here for round 4 coverage from Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. 5 rounds of Swiss. You're watching round 4, followed by a cut to top 8. In this, the first standard event at the store after the release of Gatecrash. Let's talk about the matchup we've got for you. 2 2-1 players. If you were watching previously, I didn't mention who these guys are, but just for posterity's sake and for the YouTube videos, I will recap. Max Turner on the left, beloved stream favorite. You can help pick what deck he plays by going to our Facebook page and voting on the current poll for next week's FNM. He is playing a Grixis control list that he seems to be enjoying a whole heck of a lot. And Max is pretty good about having very entertaining feature matches, so I look forward to this. I'm sure you guys do too. His opponent, Joey Smith. Joey doesn't get to come out a whole lot due to some work commitments, but he is here this week, and he borrowed a deck from Max himself. So he's playing a mono-green aggro deck. It's got Revenge of the Hunted, it's got Yeva, it's got Predator Ooze, it's got the other Ooze that doubles, Primordial Ooze I believe it is. It can get out of control really quickly. Looks like both of them are on the no land plan, and they're going down to 6 cards. So thanks everyone for sticking with us and watching. Should have some good magic coming up for you right here. So I'm just going to send out my tweet to make sure everybody knows. And we are good to go. So Jordan stepped out to do some sweet trades, I believe. That is one of the downfalls of the guy being the guy who runs the stream. I don't get to do any sweet trades very much anymore, nor do I get to play in the event. But the little sacrifices I make for you, our beloved viewers. So here we are off. Joey leads off, looks like with turn 2 Strangleroot Geist. I'm going to tell you right now, both of the Smith boys are lands above permanence guys. They've been playing since the dawn of time, so just come to terms with that. Max playing an untapped Steam Vents there, obviously setting up for some kind of counterspell, or Is It Charm. He is going to Is It Charm the Geist in response to the Rancor. So that's not going to deal with the Geist long term, but it is going to save Max from having to deal with that Rancor for the rest of the game, which is something Max is more than willing to trade half or the front half of the Strangleroot Geist for. Tapping 3 for what? Devil's Play for 2. Try to slow down the pressure. Let's see what comes off the top of Joey's deck. 4 mana for Yeva. He can play that at the end of Max's turn, but with Max tapped out, that might be the appropriate play at that point. Of course, the downfall to that is that Max can use his sorcery speed Mizzium Mortars to take it out, so it's kind of a guess what you think Max has and go the other way. Primordial Ooze for 3. End of turn, Max going to think twice and dig for some answers. If you're unfamiliar with Primordial Ooze, I will bring it up. Oh, that's not Primordial Ooze. I forget what the thing is called. I forget what that card is called, but it's green and an X. And there's a Soul of the Harvest. Soul of the Harvest is a 6/6, and whenever a creature comes into play under Joey's control, he's going to draw a card. 5 mana for a Tameo, tapping down the Soul of the Harvest. Joey just 1 card in hand, so Max may have stabilized, and I think both cards in Joey's hand are now 4. Oh, there's a Fight Bear. Ulvenwald Tracker, he's going to draw a card off the Soul of the Harvest. But Joey's going to need another threat to be able to fight through this Tameo. So Max may have stabilized just in time. Primordial Hydra, thank you to the chat. Not Primordial Ooze. Primordial Ooze is a magic card, but it is not the one in question. Looks like, did he draw another Fight Bear? No, he drew a Predator Ooze. Predator Ooze is a card that sees fringe play. It was seen in the Green Sun Zenith decks before rotation a little bit. Joey getting a little bit rambunctious and Max wants to react with the Rancor still on the stack. He's thinking twice. He's digging for some kind of answer to it. It doesn't look like he found one. And he's going to attack with the Ulvenwall Tracker into Tamiyo. And Max is going to Is It Charm It. So Max is probably on the Tamiyo plan here, hoping to ultimate her. That Predator Ooze has been, like I said, has been seen before. Yep. Sure. Did you drop or you win or lose?
The guy I played against dropped, so.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to win.
A good way to see what's going on with your deck.
That's true. You can always play test later. So what we've got here, we've got Max playing Grixis Control against Joey Smith playing Mono Green. The Mono Green deck is Max's as well. Joey borrowed it from him earlier tonight. So we've got a Tamiyo. Max is stabilized using some Is It Charms and some Mizium Mortars.
Is that
He's got a Tamiyo
ooze right there on Joey's side?
He's got a Predator Ooze with Rancor on it.
Okay.
Oh, this is very good. I think I would have tapped the Predator Ooze and then made him, because that way if he sacks the Soul of the Harvest, he can't attack. Yeah, that Predator Ooze is seeing a lot of play. I know it's in the Brian Kibler deck as well. It's just, there's some decks that can't deal with it. I know it's a little bit slow, but if you play turn 2 off of a Elf...
It's because of the indestructibility.
You can't deal with it. Is that Staff of Nin?
Yeah. Kill the bear.
Kill the Fight Bear. Tap the Predator Ooze. Everybody discards. That's all Max does on the stream for just 5 months. It's just him playing Super Friends and ultimating Planeswalkers.
That's what he likes to do.
He does like to do it a lot. He's very good at it. So end of turn, think twice. Going to untap, draw 2 because of the Staff of Nin.
Seems reasonable.
He's got a full 10 mana now. Tamiyo tap. Go ahead and plus Liliana.
Revenge of the Hunter.
Oh, Revenge of the Hunter would have been much better off the top. Max going to pitch Steam Vents.
I don't think Joey gets himself out of this.
No.
And now the grind begins. 19.
Max going to activate Desolate Lighthouse into turn. Getting rid of his spare copy of Tamiyo. It's an abundance of riches. It's a wonderful life when you're pitching Tamiyos because you got too many of them.
Tamiyos.
Rakdos Kieran
makes an appearance. Says I have a way to win the game faster now. Tap. Everybody discard.
Discard a Syncopate.
Reasonable. Oh.
Joey's all force all the time.
American then forced all the time.
So Max is an interesting point now where he has multiple ways of very slowly winning the game.
I mean, I don't know if Max needs this much mana. Apparently, you know what? He's going to cast Enter the Infinite any minute now.
Don't get people excited. I don't think he has that in his deck.
He's going to go Omniscience, Enter the Infinite, Simic, Bioflux Mage.
Going to attack with Rakdos Kirun and go ahead and ping him now. Yeah. Probably strategically incorrect to ping him now, but what does it matter? Going to attack with all the forests. Oh, I forgot to start the timer because I'm bad at this.
There's probably about 35 minutes left.
I'm out of practice. So Max has an abundance of riches here. All the mana in the world. He's getting in for 4 a turn. He's drawing 2 cards a turn. He's going to Tamiyo soon. He's got a Liliana more than ready to make Joey sack a dude.
Yeah, now?
I think I would sack at this point just to make sure he doesn't play another
creature.
Yeah. Oh, there's another Predators, but luckily for Max, Liliana's got all the way up to 5, so it can...
Just do it again.
Yep, sack it again.
Or you can just continue to tap with Tamiyo.
I'm just hoping we see Nicole Bolas make an appearance. Another Lotus.
Lotus and some Lotus.
Ultimate Tamiyo.
Take the Zackadoo.
Does he have Syncopate in his hands?
If he does, he can block him out.
Is Rancor and 10 Force very good against infinite Syncopates?
Well, if he had that old spell where it made all the Force 2/2 lands in a turn.
Rude Awakening?
Yes.
That is a good spell. They also untap. Maxx, so greedy, is playing into untap.
Devil's play for a bajillion.
Yeah, Devil's play for enough. Joey tries to Rancor something just so he doesn't feel left out. Maxx counting up his lands to figure out if he has any left in his deck. So, not the most interactive game there towards the end. That's one of those old games that's over long before the actual last point of damage is dealt.
Yep. Yeah, lockdown. Joey's going to be pressed up against it here on this. I don't know what Maxx is running for sweepers. Probably not really a whole lot.
No, he's not. He's not. He's running Misery Mortars. We had a discussion with him about his deck earlier in the night, and I was asking him about Mutilates because now with the addition of Gate Crash, you have Watery Grave. So you can play 8 swamps. Yeah. 8 swamp duels, but he says he just doesn't feel like Mutilate's good enough, and he's playing Mortars instead. But I think it's just in the testing out phase. He's got a lot of 1-ofs in this deck because they see so many cards. He loves to play those Gilded Lotus. Every control deck Maxx plays has some number of Gilded Lotus in it.
Some type of acceleration. I know when I was thinking about putting together Esper, that I was definitely considering about jamming 4 Dimir key runes in, and then Osby that, and then removal, and just go down.
Yeah, the Dimir key rune is very good. Not quite as good as Creeping Tar Pit, but still good.
It and Rakdos key rune are very playable key runes, and constructed.
I had both Gruul key rune and Simic key rune in my pre-release pool.
Is Simic is it a 2/2 hexproof?
It's a 2/3.
2/3 hexproof. And what's the Gruul one?
3/3 Trampler. 3/2 Trampler maybe.
3/2 Trampler. Seems very generic-ish.
I was just using them for ramp.
I know in my sealed for pre-release, I had 2 Orzhov key runes, and I was playing them basically for ramp, although they're a pretty good blocker. Besides that, they're a 1/4, so it's like you can never really attack into anybody who has any type of creature out there. 1 power getting through is not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a 20-turn clock.
Yeah.
Not very exciting clock.
It was the same pool that had 2 Merciless Evictions and 3 Grisly Spectacles.
Yeah, so Joe has played in 2 sealed events, the pre-release and then the Grand Prix trial this week. And in 2 sealed pools, you've opened 3 Merciless Evictions.
Yes.
It's like it's your job.
It's my job, get Merciless Evictions.
You should get some kind of you should look into some kind of sponsorship deal where Merciless Evictions sponsor you.
I feel like I've accomplished some type of medal or something. At any moment they're gonna get up the pop of you achieved this trophy.
You should get an Orzhov achievement for opening the most of that 1 rare.
I did not have it in my league pool. I was very shocked. Did not have it in my league pool. Which I've yet to put together. I opened it up, looked at it, I'm like, oh look, I'm gonna go Brozov, and then just quickly set it aside.
Weird. My pre-release pool was Gruul, and it was garbage.
But you did walk out with some sweet cards for your cube, didn't you, in the EDH?
No, EDH. I had the Nut EDH pool. Every card I wanted for EDH. As we see, in turn 1, Arbor Elf. It's shiny, so of course it untaps 2 forests.
At once. Oh, yeah, getting his Strangleroot guy. What did he play behind it? That Fight Bear?
No, that is Dry Militant.
Dry Milton, okay.
Very good against Maxx. Shuts down the front half of his or shuts down the back half of a lot of his spells, like Devil's Play and Think Twice. So interesting here, if Maxx played the Drown Yard because it's his only untapped land and he wants to be able to syncopate, or if he did it because that's his second land. If that's his second land is the Drown Yard, he's in a world of hurt.
He's syncopating.
He's going to ultimate.
He won ultimate price.
No, he can't do that.
Can't do that. To what? Dry Milton? It's multicolored. Ultimate price. It's multicolored.
It's hybrid.
It's hybrid. It's multicolored. The internet was about to explode. Okay.
The answer is like, would the ultimate price be exiled or not? And the answer is it would not be exiled because the creature is dead before that spell leaves the stack. Crushing Vines on Key Room seems very good.
Seems good there.
Crushing Vines obviously a sideboard card.
Oh, the beats 3, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Maxx is dead.
Maxx is dead. He needs a.
He has nothing. He has
Wing
no
of
red.
Prayer.
He has no red mana.
Yep. Okay.
Game 3.
And there we go.
As I shove half a Pop-Tart in my mouth.
Is it delicious Pop-Tart?
Well, it's very professional to do that. Is to set yourself up a little internet web show and then just jam frosted pastries in your mouth while you're talking.
Well, that's why you got me in here, to fill that void between bites.
We need to
try and help out
try to
with
class
that.
it up in here.
Yeah. What Pop-Tart flavor are you having today?
The only one to ever have strawberry.
All right. Well, can't go wrong with strawberry.
Yeah, but they need to mix it up. Can we get a variety pack up in here?
You get cherry in here. Or how about that marshmallow one, the chocolate marshmallow one? S'mores, the s'more one. Yeah, the s'more one. Good.
S'more's very good. Some people are the chocolate ones run hot and cold.
They do. Depends on what mood you're in. You don't feel very breakfasty if you have it in the morning. It's like eating candy in the morning. I mean, it's perfect at night.
Yep. So we move to game 3 here in round number 4. Both these players are 2-1, so a loss here likely means that they are out. Maxx is on the play, which is a huge advantage in this game. Not because Maxx is trying to really accelerate into anything, but because that just means that's one less turn Joey has to attack him with his very aggressive green deck.
Yes, definitely.
Maxx is, so like I said, Maxx built the mono green deck. Maxx is like our resident elf guy. Maxx loves to play elves and plays elves in every format if available. But the problem is like they haven't printed a crucial, there's not a good enough amount of elves to play elves right now. Yeah, you still have Archdruid, but you don't have that second 1 mana guy.
Yeah, the Elf
You can't go as crazy. Our elf is fine, but the lack of Llanowar elf is really unfortunate. And again, I want to apologize to anyone watching for the quality of the stream, which is getting really choppy for reasons I don't understand. It's very frustrating. Turn 1, Dryad Militant. That, of course, the game day participation promo Dryad Militant, but it still does the same thing. Rancor?
Yep.
Rancor resolves, apparently.
He's in for 4.
Snapcaster and block. So he's going to take 3, but he is going to trade with that creature. And Joey doesn't have a follow-up, so that is a fairly significant time up. So Maxx will not be able to untap with 5 mana should he have another creature. And there's the Rancor again. So attack for 4. Don't know what Maxx drew.
He's answered a key ring.
Yeah, there's no removal in Joey's deck save for the Crushing Vines.
He needs Crushing Vines.
He needs exactly Crushing Vines. Yeva.
Main phased.
I guess the idea is you do it now because if Maxx wants to counter it, then your Strength Group guys gets to attack.
Yep, that is very true. And it looks like he's doing that.
Ultimate price on Yeva. End of turn. Joey's played Yeva twice in this match, both at sorcery speed, but both times like for very good reasons.
So
He's going to steal that thing.
Can you believe this? Soul Ransom.
So now, the way that card works is it's mind control, but Joey can discard 2 cards to destroy the enchantment. But doesn't Max get to draw 2 cards?
Why? Yes, it is a 4-card swing if you try and get your creature back. Because you have to dump 2, and then the controller.
There's a Deadbridge Goliath.
2.
All of these cards are ultimate priceable.
Also priceable.
Yeah, you can get rid of it, but you have to discard 2 cards, and your opponent gets to draw 2
Max
cards.
is getting in for beats.
Well, I mean, it's a race now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dropping Joey to 9.
Devil's playing for 2, 3.
And then Max is going to be able to untap with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he can 7 mana sources, so that's 4, but he's going to attack with a key rune for 3, and then flashback for 1, and then attack. I mean, this is good.
Even if somehow gets strangled, the guy comes back. The guy's in the key rune up Sleazel.
Yeah, I'm assuming Joey knows that he can get that, because Max surely would have told him. You know what I mean? It wasn't. I don't. There's no bone in my body that thinks Max did not explain that card fully to him. But I guess he's just trying to...
They looked at it pretty good for a while there.
So, Primordial Hydra for 2. And I guess he's going to steal it back pre-combat. Probably, right?
He got 2 cards in hand?
The Tameo.
Oh.
Tap that thing. Is he just taking it? I guess he just doesn't want to give Max the cards, but now he's dead to the flashback.
He's got Crushing Binds in hand.
No, he's dead to the flashback. But he's dead to the Devil's Play.
He's dead to the Devil's Play no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's dead. I mean, I don't think there's a way Joey could have played around this. But that's how he's going to beat him.
And there's Devil's Play.
Joey's going to flash in a Deadbridge Goliath.
Say good handshake.
Would you
like me to try and find
want to go dig for a match?
Yes, I will.
So that was pretty quick. So Max moves to 3-1. He's still drawing live to the top 8. Unfortunately, Joey could not get there. A tale of two games. The game that Joey won, very non-interactive, very aggressive. Hey, Logan. But just as comparably, both games that Joey lost. Very strong draws from Max. Yeah, that was game 3.
Who won?
Max did, in 3. Off the back of Soul's Ransom. Do you know what Soul Ransom does?
Yeah, makes a copy cipher, right?
No, it's this guy.
Oh.
It's control magic.
Oh, okay, shit. Score 2.
I have you a match.
Okay.
That's right.
Who we got?
We have Aaron, which I think was on camera earlier, and Brandon Hart.
Okay.
I think Aaron was on camera earlier.
Yeah, he played me.
Is Brandon playing Humanimator?
They're in game 2. I'll find out who won.
Okay, thank you.
I'm thinking Stolen Identity. That's what I'm thinking.
Question in the chat about how many runners we have tonight. We had 32, which is up from the numbers we've had in the past. Of course, we were fighting through the holiday season as well as the dying standard environment, so we usually lose players during that. But we're back up to 32, and there's some regulars that still aren't here tonight, so hopefully we get back up to the 40s and beyond level that we got to right before the holidays.
Brandon won game 1.
Okay.
We're good to go whenever, right?
Yeah. So, Joe has gone out and dug up this match. We got Brandon Hart on the left playing Human Reanimator or Humanimator. This is the deck that Brad Nelson designed and that Brian Braun-Duin and Brad Nelson both top 16'd last week's Star City Games Open in Atlanta with. And then Aaron, what's Aaron's last name?
It's Dailey, something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I want to confirm. Aaron Dailey. It is in fact Aaron Dailey. And Aaron is playing Naya Humans. We actually saw him play against you, Logan, in the previous round.
Yeah.
Pretty close game.
Yeah, very close. It's a really good game.
Until the Lightning Mauler Silverblade Paladin.
No, that's pretty good.
Top deck for the
He's like, oh, he's going to bond Silverblade Paladin and still win. And he's like, Lightning Mauler and even win even by more.
I thought he was in pretty good shape when he just played the Silverblade Paladin.
Yeah,
but
like
then he played the Lightning Mauler and just won.
Yeah.
That's...
Like he talked to the Symbol Garden to do them both at the same time, and I was like,
If you
Had him dead. I had the guard in hand to kill him.
if you were not watching when that actually happened, that will no doubt be one of the highlights of the week this week on our Facebook page. So make sure you go to facebook.com/ZachSalesMagic and like the page so you'll get notified anytime we post some new content, which is literally daily.
Enjoy the page.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I know I'm extremely biased, but if I was not the custodian of said page, it would be the kind of page that I would want to visit. So we move to game number 2 in this round 4 matchup. Both of these guys are undefeated, aren't they?
No idea.
Well, the round 1 pairing sheet's not going to help me out. How about this? Round 4. Aaron Dailey and Brandon Hart are 2 of 5 undefeated players. Michael Taylor and Joseph Deal, also undefeated. Michael playing red deck wins, and Joseph, as we saw earlier, playing Naya mid-range. Joseph Deal won a game on camera. Joseph won a game on camera earlier against game 3 against Garrett Meadows, that in a game that we all thought he was long since dead in, but he stormed right back and took it. And then the 5th is Drew Scher, who's playing a Jund deck. He got paired down against Scott Driver playing red deck wins, who is 2-1. So just looking at the players with 2 wins or more, we've got Grixis Control, Mono Black, Brian Kibler's Golgari Aggro deck, Blue Red Delver, red deck wins, red deck wins, red deck wins. 3 red deck wins in the top 8, the top 8 players.
The meta game here is always red deck wins.
I'm 3-1.
Or some
Lots
form
of red
green,
cards. There are a lot of red cards in the top 8.
and green cards.
And lands.
Lots of lands.
Turn 1 Absence Pilgrim for Aaron. Not the champion that he would probably like, but at least he's advancing his board state. This is an old-fashioned race.
I don't know if Aaron has Rest in Peace in his sideboard. That would be the ultimate.
Yeah, so
sideboard
for those
card.
of you who weren't with us early in round 1, off topic, we did discuss this deck because it did so well last week at the Star City Games invitation or event. Basically, Brandon is looking for a 4-card combo that he's going to get by milling himself with Mulch and Faithless Looting. He's trying to get Cartel Aristocrat, Fiend Hunter, Angel of Glory's Rise, and then one of either Cathedral Sanctifier or Huntmaster of the Fells in his graveyard. Cast Unburial Rites on the Angel. All of the humans come back. You use the Fiend Hunter to exile your Angel, gain life and make tokens accordingly. Then you sacrifice everything to the Cartel Aristocrat. The Angel comes back because the Fiend Hunter goes away, and then you lather, rinse, repeat.
What do you take there?
Nasty
On the Mulch,
I don't think that was mulch. I thought it was Tracker's Instincts.
he doesn't play Tracker's
No, it's
Instinct.
not mulch.
Okay. So it's a land.
Played against this deck before we started.
And it's very much, it can win on turn 4. It's a very perfect turn 4. It's not rare, or it's not, doesn't happen a lot, but he can do it. But these games are not very interactive. All Brandon really does is play things that incrementally gain him life. Okay, so that Thalia is pretty huge,
It's pretty big,
because that's going to stall the game out here.
It reminds me very much of the original the Frights deck. This
Yeah.
Humanimator
It
deck was
is-
around pre-rotation, and it wasn't quite there because of some cards.
Well, because
and
the
the price
Cartel
was
Aristocrat,
better.
yeah, because Cartel Aristocrat only costs 2 mana, and it's a human itself.
Yeah.
So now you have a sack outlet that's cheaper and a human.
All the Frights deck wanted to do was just stall the game until you got to Norn or Titan.
First to Norn. So Aaron attacking in,
for 6 there.
dropping Brandon
Brandon's
to
in
9.
the spot. He needs some type of something that helps them the bleeding.
He can cast a Huntmaster here, which will get him to next turn, but he can't cast his Unburial Rites until turn 6 because of the Thalia.
Yeah, not mentioned.
Logan, you know all about Thalia.
Yes, I can.
I think earlier tonight I made the statement on the stream that you have cast Thalia on our stream more than anyone else in the history of it.
Probably.
Has to be, right? You do it a
One of my
lot.
favorite cards.
It's very good.
When he played her and then played, or he played her and then played Blind Obedience against me, I was like, are you kidding me, Aaron? I was like, this slows me down so much.
Well, Blind Obedience surely comes in from the sideboard. It's so good against you. This is the perfect spot for Blind Obedience because, like, you get that incremental burn out of it.
A question for you, though. You blinked your Silverblade Paladin with your Restoration Angel?
No, I didn't blink it.
No.
Okay. I just didn't. I targeted, but didn't do it.
You just paired it. You didn't.
Yeah, I just paired it. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, I blink it. It comes into.
There's no advantage to blinking it at all.
Absolutely. No. Not in that situation anyway.
So Brandon deciding which one he's going to chump there. So he's going to.
Gonna kill a dude.
Wait, is this Cathedral Sanctifier? Is it a 1/1?
1/1.
Oh.
It is a 1/1. So he jumps to the Rancor guy.
Mm-hmm.
He pays the appropriate tax.
Doesn't he lose 4 life?
Let's see. It's 4. It's 3. It should be 5.
I'll assume that they've kept the score correctly.
Well, he would lose 2 from that.
He's too far to back up. I don't know. I thought he was at 12 and he would have taken 4 from that attack. No,
he would have only taken 2. Or did he attack without it?
He's taking 5.
I'll assume they're right. They don't.
He blocked.
Oh, that's a foil Thalia.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
I can tell you what pack he pulled it in too, or what else he got in that. A Huntmaster and a Hellball. He told me beforehand.
Question in the chat about do we post winning deck lists? We do post them. We have a deck box account. You can find more information on that on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube account. There are links for both those there. I usually try to gather up the deck lists that I have available and post them at the beginning of next week. Because that is a manual process. I have to send people an email that says, hey, can you send me your deck list? And then when they do that, I will post it. Because this being an FNM, we do not have deck registration.
Barrel of Rights, here it is on something. I don't know what he's got in his graveyard. A Fiend Hunter, I think, is in his graveyard.
Alright, an Angel.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, I paid it.
I don't think he has a combo. I think he's just trying to stem the bleeding.
Yeah. I don't know if there's an Angel in there or not.
But there's so many cards out that Aaron can draw that are so good. I think it's a Plains. That's not one of them. But we've seen we saw in the game against you, Logan, how aggressive his deck can be.
Oh, it is nasty.
It's just these.
Huntmaster. It's going to gain 2.
More targets for Rancor. Huntmaster says more targets for Rancor.
Remind him to... Can you lean out there and tell him to gain 2?
Aaron, you gained 2.
There we go.
There we go. Mystery hand from the side.
Somebody helping us out.
Nick, yeah.
I can't, I mean, Brandon might be keeping track of life on this pad as well. Like,
yeah, he is.
But just want to make sure. Shout out to Spike Mo in the chat.
There it is.
Sometimes you just naturally cast it.
Get a bunch of humans back. Not the ones necessarily to... But you get yourself 6 life there.
Mm-hmm. And you still have a 5/6 flyer.
Yeah, still outclasses the Huntmaster.
Mm-hmm. This is not going to be a combo kill, but it will pretty much win the game. I mean, I guess, like, is Aaron playing, like, Celestial Charm or something like that? Do you know?
He does play Celestial Charm.
So he can get rid of the Angel. I mean, that's a very good play. I mean, Celestial Charm seems like one of the best plays against the Angel because you can, in response to any of those triggers, you can exile it at instant speed.
And, of course,
because at some point...
Barrel Rights.
Kessig, or that guy, the Stealer guy.
Zell's Conscript.
That's the one. Stealing the Angel. So he's going to get in for at least 5 in the air. If only he had some way of, like, sacking it. Is he going to Silverblade Paladin?
Rancor.
Rancor the Angel. No, don't Rancor the Angel. That seems the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, it is.
I'm dumb.
This is pretty bad for
Is Angel Glory size not 5/6?
It is a 5/6, yes.
Block. double block there and take 5, 10, go to 2.
So Selesnya Charm can... tricks?
Charm. Nope.
Divine Deflection,
To
preventing one, redirecting one. So basically...
Redirect to there to kill the...
to get his Thalia back.
To get his Thalia back.
Yeah,
Tricky.
Yeah, so he's
Very
going
good.
to Divine Deflection, prevent 1 damage from the one of the Cathedral Sanctifiers, redirect it to the Fiend Hunter, which means, first of all, his Huntmaster lives, the Fiend Hunter dies, and he gets his Thalia back. All of these things are very good for Aaron. Not to mention the... How much damage did he take?
Took 10 there.
10. So he's down
Or down to 3 at least.
3. It took 9.
So Brandon needs... I don't know what Brandon needs here. Another Angel? Another Angel natural... Well, he can flashback on Barrel Rights on like a Sanctifier or something, but that's not good enough, is it?
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Because he's just at 3. I mean... Like, one of those creatures is getting through.
What's in his yard?
He's got 2 Sanctifiers, a Fiend Hunter, 1 on Barrel Rights, and then a couple Mulch.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't know why he's in his hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's in his hand either. This Humanimator deck, like, it doesn't do much. Like, it has 1 very linear plane, and, like, it doesn't interact in any way. Like, it just has it or it doesn't.
Oh, it's a combo deck.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not... Yeah, I mean, it's... And it doesn't even have, like, in my opinion, like, the raw power of a combo deck, because, like, unlike the Legacy or Modern combos where you can actually, like, filter through your deck, like, you have to be very fortunate to mill the right pieces.
Only thing is, you can very easily combo off multiple times with it.
Yeah, well, the Barrel Rights having flashback is pretty ridiculous in this particular combo.
Being mean.
I think that the chat is saying that the Angel is a 4/6. I can look
4/6.
I can look it up. I would imagine the chat knows more than I do.
That would make him go 3 then, yeah.
So then it would have been 9 instead of 10.
Yeah, which would put him at 3 then.
Confirmation.
That is correct. 4/6. So we got here. What do you do? Fiend Hunter again? Barrel Race the Fiend Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, to get his those conscripts. Land and so that works.
So what cards what can Aaron play here that would win him the game? Not the planes he keeps drawing. Blind Obedience would be good at this
He's
point.
all like conscripts. He could,
Is he running bonfires?
Aaron?
he could spear.
He's flipping. He passed turn, so upkeep, flip, Huntmaster.
Yep, that puts Brandon to 1. Does Divine Deflection let you target a player?
Yes.
Yes.
So Divine Deflection wins, right? Because he just prevents 1 damage to something.
Yeah.
I really like Divine Deflection in this deck. That's a sideboard card, right?
No, I think it's main. Actually, I think what he sideboarded against me was 2 Blind Obedience and
These guys are gonna have to hurry one way or the
it
other.
might be side.
Mulch.
Looking for business.
There is no Unburial Rights in this yard, right?
No.
No, he exiled.
Stomping Ground. Huntmaster. Cavern.
Cavern.
Get all the caverns and the stomping grounds you want.
Mana is not an issue.
5 minutes.
5 minutes remaining in the round, so these guys are playing for the draw, basically. Or Aaron's playing for the draw, basically. Brandon just at 1. He has the number of rights in his hand, it looks like. You'd have to burn that at this point, wouldn't you?
No.
Well, you get the
It's only got
Huntmaster. You get the Huntmaster back. It gains 2 life. Puts 2 bodies on the ground.
Passes turn.
Stomping Ground. I do like Aaron's playmat though.
Yeah, really too.
Very simple.
I like a nice clean look.
How many rounds is it? 5?
There we go. One more after this. It's round 4 of 5 rounds of Swiss, followed by however much of the top 8. Silver Blade Paladin paired with the Trampler.
With the Trampler.
Would be very good, right? Because he's got 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 12 power of blockers.
He's thinking about what he's going to pair with.
He has
He
a
may
Raid
still
Core
have
in
Raid
hand,
Core in
right?
hand.
Yeah, he has a Raid Core in hand.
I think that's what he's thinking about doing.
So
So
that's-
bonding with the wolf.
If he puts the Raid Core on the...
On the Trampler, yeah.
And then he wins.
Yeah, so that's a 6. That's 12 power, and Brandon only has 12 power. So as long as he attacks with... What? I didn't miss something, right? He only has 12 power of blockers. He attacks with the Trampler. Brandon has to block everybody with that just to not lose to the trample damage.
Right.
And then the wolf gets in.
Right.
So he just missed the onboard kill.
Yeah.
He'll still win
Brandon's
this.
thinking...
He'll still win this way unless Brandon combos off, because he'll just pass the turn back, because Brandon has no instant.
Yeah.
We're full. We have 4.
Who was it?
Nick.
I don't see how Brandon... Okay.
Did Nick point out something too?
They apparently both could have won on that turn. Apparently he has an aristocrat in hand and could have gotten him in a life. And then Aaron obviously could have fought on board.
Aristocrat's not good enough for Infinite Life. He has to have another Unburial, right? Does he have one in his hand?
Must have one in his hand.
Well, that's just a flat-out mistake then. You play Aristocrat, you sack at least one of your Fiend Hunters, and then and your Angel, and then you reanimate, and then you get Infinite Life. And while that doesn't win you the game,
Second everything.
Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah? No. He can take it.
No, he sacked him before he played the Cartel Aristocrat, is what he's saying. Is that what happened?
You can't. You can't sack before you play the aristocrat.
Yeah, what?
Whoa.
No, he played aristocrat and then second.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He can take aristocrat. Should we back it up?
Well, I mean, I don't know
How
what...
can he take aristocrat?
Because Zealous comes back in.
Oh, Zealous comes back into play.
Do you want me to go correct that?
I mean, I don't know if it's...
The trigger.
I don't know
Missed
if...
the trigger.
No, he didn't miss the
He
trigger.
didn't miss it. He took it. But
He
Brandon
picked
said
it
he
up.
couldn't take it.
He may get.
I'm not leaving it alone. We correct stuff all the time.
You want me to correct it?
I mean, I just want to figure out what happened.
If you gave it pro red, he could get aristocrat pro red.
Oh, from the...
He sacked the Fiend Hunter that was
Okay.
not the
Okay,
Zealous
that makes
construct.
sense.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, that's one of those things that you can't figure out because we can't hear what they're saying. I will say this, that Brandon just started playing this deck, like, after last week, obviously. And I was watching him, playtest it last night. Like, it's, he was struggling at some points to figure out the proper sequencing for comboing.
I think he missed sequencing. I don't know if he tucked his Angel.
Like, this game is over.
Tucked to Hunt Master. I don't think he did tuck it.
Huh?
With the other Fiend Hunter, I don't know if he tucked the Angel.
And we have reached time in the round, so Aaron just playing for
The draw.
the draw here.
He's going to win this game.
Of course, both these guys are undefeated, so the loser is still drawing live.
He has to win this game to get the draw, though.
Right.
How
But
much
he
does
can't win.
Sanctify get you
I don't.
live?
3.
He should be at
It
7.
doesn't matter. Like, if Brandon should have infinite life now. If he doesn't have infinite life, it's because he screwed up his combo somehow, or because Aaron is unfamiliar with it. Which is fun. I mean, which is perfectly
I think
fair.
Brandon explained it to him how it works.
Well, I think Brandon's trying to figure out for himself how it works, and now that he's figured it out, he's trying to explain it to Aaron.
Yep, and Brandon just, so it's Aaron.
It's very awkward.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
It is very awkward.
But I mean, we're all in, and just for the benefit of those in the room, we all don't go out there and say anything because it's not doesn't make anyone feel good about anything. But Aaron should have won that game, right? He just attacks and he wins.
Yep, he missed it.
There was no circumstance in which that wolf had summoning sickness or something, did it?
Nope.
Well, even then, the Huntmaster is still...
No, the Huntmaster he had 12 power on the Huntmaster flipped his 4/6, and he had 6 and 2 3s.
Yeah.
So, but the wolf would kill him.
Yeah.
And he must have missed it, which is a simple mistake.
It happens. It
Yep,
happens.
it does happen.
It happens. It's easy for us back here to see it and count it up because we can see everything from the top view, and sometimes.
Well, I mean,
it's hard to see.
that one's a little bit. I mean, I thought he saw it because he was like, he made the correct pair, like he had the Rancor, and I think he may have just got caught up in the wanting to kill him with the trigger.
Than actually pounding in for the damage.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. So Brandon moves forward. He'll draw into the top 8, and then if Aaron wins his last round, he'll still be alive for the top 8. His tiebreakers would be pretty good. Scott, what are you? 3-1 or 4? Are you 3-1? Who did you lose to?
I lost to Brandon.
Okay. Yeah, his deck is probably the worst matchup for you guys. Just
I feel like
because.
it's not a terrible matchup, but I mulliganed incorrectly. I feel like because I got into 1.
Yeah, I mean, he just has a deck that's comparably fast as yours. Different way of going about winning, but both decks are very fast. Of course,
I just couldn't get to the skull cracks.
Right. Yeah, that'd be very good.
His life gain at least.
Yeah, because
if he doesn't do Huntmaster.
if he has Sanctifier, it ruins his whole combo turn. If he has Huntmaster, he still has infinite dudes, but you can beat infinite dudes because you get one turn to do something.
Untap, Hellrider triggers and burn.
Yep. So interesting. It's been very cool to see this Naya Humans deck a couple games. And then the Humanimator deck, which I know is very popular. Oh, that was one of the options that people could have picked for Maxx to play next week.
Humanimator?
He got like 2 votes.
We ended up getting the most votes.
Well, we're running it until the end of the FNM.
Okay.
So just a reminder to everyone who's watching, what we're talking about is
what's in the lead right now?
every week, or not, every couple weeks, Max Turner lets us pick what deck he plays at FNM.
I think I said I wanted to see Peddler.
So far,
Starcaster. Just like those cards. And whatever else the cards are around. All right.
So far, Max has let us pick 2 of 3 decks for him, and he's top forward with 2 of them and 1 at all with the other one. So he's 2 for 3 on cashing with those. That is currently up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. Just look for the most recent poll. It was posted a couple days ago. And you've got until the end of this FNM to make your vote. Currently, Goblins is in the lead. Other interesting choices including Battle of Wits and Humanimator. Thank you. Last round.